Okay. So L, the concept of do not turn back the oppressed in shame. That's a very important thing also. That's why I said give something. A pasuk in Tehillim 74:21 tells, do not turn back the oppressed in shame. If one not turn away an indigent without at least giving him something, one should not, right, turn away without giving at least something. Even a person has already given all his tzedakah money for the year, cannot send an impoverished person away empty-handed. Just by giving the poor person a small amount, he will fulfill the requirement. Therefore, a person should budget himself in order not to give all his tzedakah at once, but rather spread his donation throughout the year. So let's do this piece again, and we're going to explain. So in Pasuk in the Tehillim tells us, do not turn the back oppressed in shame. So it says clearly when such oppressed people, the poor people, they're going to scream to Hashem, Hashem would listen to them. You understand? So he said, these poor people are actually my people. So we don't want to be on the wrong side of Hashem, right? One should not turn away the indigent without at least giving him something. So always have in your pocket like small coins, like coins or something. So, and it depends where you live, or some small bills or something, like so you're ready to give, right? So I always have in my pocket like so I would not take out the wallet. Maybe I have a larger bill, so they would not ask for that. Very interesting. Even a person who already has given all his tzedakah money for a year cannot send a impoverished person away empty-handed. So that's the problem. So don't give everything in advance. Like calculate whatever 5%, whatever percent of your tzedakah do not give, right, and have it like ready in cash. Because for sure the poor people are going to approach you. Again, you're not obligated to give them a lot, but something not to embarrass them. So I mean, it's very, very embarrassing when he came to you, right, and asked for something, and he said absolutely not, and the person goes empty-handed. If it's like a junkie or like homeless that you know he's going to buy, like he looks like. That's what he does. He drinks or something, right? So in this case, you can say no. But otherwise, if it's normal-looking person, yeah, you should give something. Just by giving the poor person a small amount, he will fulfill the requirement, meaning not to embarrass. So you're not obligated to be rich and give him, I don't know, $5 or $10, but something you can give him. Therefore, a person should budget himself in order not to give all his tzedakah at once, meaning have some, like, don't, as we said before, you're not obligated to give more than 20%, and you should not, but and you should not send this poor person in shame. So meaning what? So just keep something back, but rather spread out his donation throughout the year. Okay, continue. One who has nothing to give, given an indigent, should tell him that he would like to help him, but fortunately he's not able. Instead, he should try to make a poor person feel better about the situation. Again, we're talking about the genuine poor person. So, for example, you do not have, he approached you, maybe you have only one large bill or something, like, you know that they're not going to give you change, right? There are some people like that, right? Or you don't have period, so you just tell them, so sorry, I don't have anything, but I'd like to have like feel some compassion to that person. Okay. This mitzvah of trying to make someone feel better about his situation applies not only to indigent, but to anybody who experiences distress. So it's actually in parentheses, and And we said before, like sometimes, like you say a few good sentences to people, and they feel like uplifted, like you can change somebody's life just to be nice to them. Okay. So it doesn't matter what person is going through, right? Even though he has money, and but he's I don't know, has health issue, or this issue, shidduch issue, parents issue, has wife issue, all of these different issues. Okay, continue. It goes to that saying that one is prohibited from raising his voice to the poor person or unsetting him in any other way. However, if one discovers the person is not really impoverished, it is permitted to chastise him. Okay, so and as I told you, I saw like several fights, like in a shul. They did not want to let these poor people in. I'm not sure what was the fight is about. It was like in the middle of the prayer, but looks like. These people, for sure, they were yelling and screaming. And these people who came to ask for money, I'm not sure. I mean, for me, since I was praying at that minyan only like for a few days, it was fine. But I guess every day when you try to concentrate, so you're in the middle of Shemona Esrei, they just walking. Like unbelievable. You're in the middle of Shema, they're walking. You're in the middle of anything, they're walking. They're in the middle of Kaddish, they're walking. Like they're walking. But I guess for these locals, if they themselves not very rich, yeah, it's maybe annoying. But for people like for visitors, it's not annoying at all. Okay. So next one, exception 2: do not turn back the oppressed and shame. The din of do not turn back the oppressed and shame only applies when the indigent is present and collected for himself. In case when there's someone else collecting on behalf of the indigent, one is not violate the din not to give him. So it's very interesting. So if because he's very sensitive, right? That person, for sure, he's going through a lot of embarrassment just to go and ask people for money. It's such a humiliating procedure, right? As we can all imagine. Right, but if somebody collects on behalf of another, so there is no humiliation. I mean, no humiliation to the indigent himself. Continue. Of course, this only refer to the din of what is the din? Do not turn back the oppressing shame. Of course, it only refers to the din. However, if one has the reason to give one would still be obligated to mitzvah of tzedakah, even though the person making a request is only representative of a poor person. Since if we establish that the knowledge of the impoverished individual is sufficient to obligate one to give. Okay, so of course, if you can give somebody, usually somebody is collected on behalf of somebody else. Usually that's the case, or the whole organization or something. Okay. So if you don't want to give, so you don't break this rule. But if you can, still give. Okay.